Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. If you've got blocks, make sure that you have those because you'll want those. Otherwise, we'll get started on our backs today in a reclined butterfly. So you can also bring the blocks under the thighs as you come into your reclined butterfly. That can feel really nice just for a little bit of extra support. But bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees butterfly open. Bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. Close down your eyes and take a deep, full breath through your heart space to the very pit of your belly. Fill up and then open up. Exhale. Just let that go. And just settle into this shape. Notice what comes up as physical sensations in the body as you find this shape. And it's simply about awareness, not about trying to force the body into a certain shape or posture. Just noticing where we are in space and how we feel at this time. And then become aware of your breath if you haven't already, and just notice it as it fills the lungs. And use it as your anchor as you practice for these next 30 minutes to keep you here in this space, present in your body. And take an inhale. As you exhale, reach down to the outside of your thighs. Just gently guide your knees together, hug them into your chest. Bring your hands around your shins, rock a bit from side to side. Let your knees circle, let your ankles circle. Roll to one side or the other in a fetal position and just pause there for a moment. And use the strength of your arms to press yourself up to a seat. We're going to move to tabletop. And I'd like for you to use your blocks in this tabletop. You can always have a blanket or a towel under your knees. So if there's pressure on the knees, then that'll help relieve. And when you get there, set your hands on your blocks. And we'll begin some cat-cows with the hands on the blocks. So inhale, just drop the belly, lift the heart, and really feel that expansion and opening. So the blocks just give you more space to move. And then exhale, round through your spine, pull the pit of your belly in and up, and really spread your shoulder blades wide. Let's move for a few rounds of breath, just like that. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Find your breath and move with it. Now come back to your neutral spine. So this is a little bit different. We haven't done this before. So I just want you to step your left foot like out to the side. So I'm kind of like in this kneeling stance. My left toes are kind of out at 45 degrees. Find the shape that really works for you. We're gonna work into the hip just a little bit. So as you inhale, I want you just to drop through that knee, get it as close to the ground as you can, and then exhale, press your hips back. So this is not for the knee, this is for the hip. So maybe it's like a little movement to rotate your hip open from front to back. But you drive your hips forward so your hips aren't staying in one place in order to rotate and get that knee close to the ground. So I'm just kind of driving from front to back here, letting the hips settle down and back. Let's do that just a couple more times. And then settle with your hips stacked over your knees. Come up into your kneeling warrior two. So settle into the left knee. So I'm just going to press from front to back now. So getting into my inner thigh. And again, have a blanket under the knee to help on the right side. Or you can always do these standing too. Sink into that left knee and just pause. We're coming off the knee in just a moment here. Let the elbow rest to the thigh, reach the right fingertip overhead. So think like a little mini extended side angle. Come back through center, plant your hands. They can be on the blocks or not. I just want you to take that left leg, swing it over your right and look over your right shoulder. So really stretch out through right side body. Now come back through center, the knees find the mat, right arm reaches to sky, thread the needle, right ear, right cheek comes to the ground. And you can have your hand off the block. And just stretch out through that right shoulder. Unwind, left hand back, right fingertips reach to sky. Find a tabletop, tuck your toes, press it up and back, downward facing dog. So in this down dog, you can press down, root, make it super active, or maybe it's just really passive. I've been taking more of these like super passive down dogs when I want to bring my energy just a little bit cooler and slower and just letting the muscles support the body. And just pause. Or the bones support the body, I meant to say. Take a breath in. Exhale, we come down to tabletop. So we're gonna do the other side. So same thing, you can have your knees padded up. Bring your hands back to your blocks. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart. Exhale, round through your spine. Do that a couple more times. Inhale, open heart. Exhale, round. And now come back to that neutral spine. Step your right foot out to the side. So toes are kind of pointed away from you. And same thing, we're just going to work in internal and external rotation of the hip. So I drop forward and back. Inhale, my knee comes forward. Exhale, I stretch it back. Do that just a couple times. One more. Come up to that kneel and just open laterally now. So I'm really working into the inner thigh, spending as much time in the extension as I want to. And then settle into that right knee, right elbow settles, left arm reaches overhead. This is the last bit of work on the knees. Come back through center. Hands can find those blocks again. I'm just going to sweep that leg over and across just to get that little stretch through my side body. Back through middle, right knee finds the mat, left arm reaches to sky, thread the needle. Left ear, left cheek settles to the ground. Reach that right arm forward. And come back through center, left arm reaches one more time, full breath. Exhale, find that down dog, press it up and back. Again, maybe that passive dog. Just for an inhale. As you exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Find your ragdoll. Bend deeply through, or bend through the knees, grab opposite elbows, sway a bit from side to side. Maybe bend and fold a few times into the knees, helping to release the hamstrings a bit here. And release the fingertips. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, slow rise here. And find a mountain pose, so palms open, shoulders roll down your back. Another breath. Exhale that out. Now, if you want to, you can find a wall just for balance. We're just going to stretch into the quad and the hip flexor a little bit, and then we'll start working down to the mat a little bit more. So shift your weight to your right foot. Just pick the left foot up, draw the heel to your glute, and grab the top of your foot. And now draw knees side by side as much as you can. And you just kind of press that left knee back just a little bit. Press the foot into the hand and the hand into the foot, finding a little bit of resistance just to get that really nice stretch across the top of the thigh, the quad, the hip flexor. Another breath in. As you exhale, very gently release. Draw that left knee forward. So like think standing knee raise. I just want you to take a big step forward, kind of to the middle of your mat. Pick up your right foot for just a moment for your airplane. So just playing a little bit with balance. That left foot is down, right foot floats. Take the inhale. As you exhale, very careful step down, just one high crescent, just to really stretch into that right hip flexor. So with that right hip flexor, we want the right glute to be engaged. So maybe we drop the knee or we send the hip to, or the hamstring to the ceiling. So I just want you to breathe into that right hip flexor. Inhale. Exhale, frame the front foot, step back to your passive dog, pedal it out. Or active, your choice. It's wherever you are today. I keep cueing passive just because I want to bring a little bit of cooling into the body as we stretch also here. Take the inhale. Exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, palms to shins, lengthen your spine. So really nice little reach here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, unravel. So we'll just move through that sequence on this side. So again, maybe you find your wall. Shift your weight to your left foot, right heel comes to glute, catch the top of your foot, and then find that stretch. And you just kind of play with where you feel the most sensations. Maybe you need to kick your leg back a little bit more. Maybe it's tight. But where can you feel that quad? Even get a stretch around the kneecap with this. Another breath. Very carefully without slingshotting, release. Just draw that right knee towards your chest. Extend, step kind of to the middle, and find your airplane for just a moment. So we want to try to wrap the hips square. So think like even the pinky toe on that left foot is wrapped a little bit towards the ground. Just feel your muscles engage. Step that left foot down, high crescent on this side. And again, so my hips are squared. I don't have a big sway back. It's this tiny little tuck of the pelvis. Really feel that stretch and opening across the left hip flexor here. Another inhale. As you exhale, this time left foot steps forward to meet right. Hands come by your side. Find your mountain pose and pause. Deep, full breath through your heart space into your belly. Open up, exhale, let that go. Inhale, sweep overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. On the exhale, step back. One more down dog. Shake out the neck, the jaw. And then bring your knees to the mat and come down to a seat. So we'll take a half butterfly stretch. I want you to have a block for this. You're going to take your right leg out to the side and your left foot tucked in through center. Put the block on any level, kind of like in front of your knee. You're going to use it for your elbow. So square out nice and tall first, breath in. And now as you exhale, let your right elbow come to that block and just support your head here. The left hand can be on the thigh. Don't worry about engaging muscles. We just begin to open through that side body and get a stretch to the side first. And just let your hand support your head. Maybe you can come lower after the body begins to settle. Notice the sensations along side body. Maybe it feels super tight. Mine does for sure. You might feel it in your hamstring, but particularly around the left hip point and through the left side of the body. Inhale, draw back through center. Now we're going to take a fold forward. So again, you can have a block here. I want you to sit nice and tall first, and then use the exhale to fold. And just let the body go. Take its natural shape. And now maybe you notice a little bit more into that outer right, into the right side hamstring. Can't find my words. Release the muscular grip on the pose. Inhale, slowly rise. And now take the right foot and either stack it to the top or just set it out front. We'll take a forward fold with the legs crossed. So the right leg's on top. Big deep inhale. Now exhale, fold. Maybe a block under the forehead like I have. And now notice that outer hip on the right. So a little less hamstring, a little bit more of that outer glute. And remember to keep anchored to your breath if your mind starts to wander. Inhale, slowly rise. All right, we'll just switch the legs out. So now my right foot tucks in, my left leg goes out. And I'm going to start with that block on whatever setting is speaking to me. Release the muscle grip here. We're going to just fold elbow to the left. Let your head rest. Just let that right arm settle. And again, notice what comes up. Notice where, as you feel tension, what your reaction is. So mine, like I start to tense my muscles in response to that feeling of tightness. So release that. And as you can, maybe you lower the block a little bit to deepen the side body stretch. Inhale back through center. And we'll move forward now. So square everything out. Big inhale. Exhale as you fold forward. And again, you're letting the body settle as it wants to. You can let the spine round. You can let the foot fall in on that left leg. And inhale, slowly rise. Take the left foot in either to the top or just out front, sitting comfortably, but we want the left leg on top. Take an inhale. As you exhale, find your fold forward. So again, notice the shift in sensation. Maybe thinking that comparison from right to left, or the difference between that half butterfly and this. And just notice how the body's reacting to the tension that you might feel, or the tightness. No longer hold allows the body to soften its edges around the tightness. Inhale, slowly rise. Take the legs out front, just shake them out. We'll come down to the back. Bring a block with you as you come down to your back. And just have that block set out to the side. Walk your feet mat width apart, open your arms out to a T, and just let your knees windshield wiper from side to side. Now come back through center and just take your right foot and just kind of cross it over your left thigh. But then I just want you to let your knees fall to the right. So my right foot's stacked on my left thigh for spinal twist. If that doesn't feel good, just take a regular spinal twist. Otherwise, keep the arms nice and wide. You can also have a block resting under your right knee if that helps to take a little bit of the tension out of this and allows you to settle into the twist. Take an inhale. As you exhale, just unwind your feet, bring your knees back through center. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So left ankle just kind of to the top of that right thigh, and then I just drop open and twist to the left. Right shoulder's on the ground, so work the shoulders nice and wide. Having that ankle across the thigh like that just deepens. You might feel a little bit more intensity around your pelvis. So don't feel like you have to keep the foot there if it feels tweaky in the back or the knees or anything. Inhale. Exhale, draw everything back through center. Let the knees drop again, side to side. Just work that out. Now we'll take a supported bridge. So walk your feet back, slide the block under your tailbone, and just let your hips settle. Let your palms open. Just let the block support you. Take an inhale. As you exhale, draw one knee up and then the other, and just send both your feet straight to the ceiling for a waterfall. You might need to adjust the block a little bit, but keep the palms open. You can have a bend in your knees. And just let the blood flow, the lymphatic flow, just all the pressure that's on your feet and legs, just all of that shift. Notice the sensations that run down to the toes, the feet, the ankles, and the legs. Might be a tingling. As you exhale one foot and then the other comes back to the mat, just press the hips away from the block. Let the hips settle down to the mat. Take a breath in. As you exhale, hug knees tightly into chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Draw your nose to your knees. And then release. Find Shavasana. Let the feet fall open, the palms open, and an easy breath settle through the body. Bring awareness back into the body. Find movement through fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Maybe even a full body stretch if that would feel good. And then draw one knee in and then the other. Rock just a little bit. You can settle from one side to the other. And use the strength of your arms, press yourself up to a seated position, sitting tall and comfortably when you arrive. Just let your palms settle to the tops of your thighs. And take a deep breath in. Open up, exhale, let that go. Another inhale, just filling up with all the goodness of the workout and the yoga practice today. And exhale, release. Draw your hands to prayer and heart center. Thank you so much for showing up in this space for yourself and for one another. The light within me recognizes and honors the light within each of you.